Hello everyone and welcome to this class of mixtures and alligation. So after the percentage, we study mixtures and alligation to prepare for CMAT 2021. That is the live series that is being going on our YouTube channel. So how will we study this chapter? As we always do, we'll go ahead with a YouTube live class which will be story. So we have two different stories here now, one for mixture and one for alligation. The story for mixture is called as Banya Ki Duniya. Okay, what is Banya Ki Duniya now? So this is actually a story of a Banya. Banya is trying to mix different kind of rice. He's trying to mix different kind of wheat. Then he's trying to mix different kind of jawar and bajra, different kind of tea. He's trying to mix kerosene. He's trying to mix oil. He's trying to mix milk with water. And every time he takes two different quality of rice or two different quality of oil or tea, he mixes them and he makes an hybrid quantity. This hybrid quantity, how he adjusts the price of this quantity is the story all about. And this will help us understand the concepts related to mixture. So in mixture you get variety of concepts, mixtures and ratios, mixture and percentage, mixture and profit and loss. So what we had done in this story is each one of this example, say rice, say wheat, is a different example explaining you one different concept with respect to mixture. So say there are 10 to 12 concepts in the chapter of mixture. Each of this example covers one concept. So you don't have to run anywhere to study this concept, because if you just see this story, all the variety of problems that you get in mixture will be covered in this story. That's what will be Banya Ki Duniya for you. So watch out for this story as we say this story to you. Why are we studying this story of Banya Ki Duniya in mixtures? Because we want to understand and memorize the concept. So if you see a problem in the exam, you can recall this is rice example, this is oil example, this is curd example, this is ratio and mixture. So this is actually an example of I studied in Banya Ki Duniya story of tea. So this example will help you understand and memorize the concept. You don't have to force your brain to memorize the concept. The story will tell you everything. Okay, and as after the story there will be Zoom classes which will be for solving exam problems. As I had said, story will just tell you the concepts, but in exam all that you need is a recall. This is the most important factor. It is one thing to know everything, and it is another thing to take out everything for in that 30 seconds in examination. Okay, so for the recall we have Zoom classes. For that Zoom classes you will have to just download our storyboard application and get added into CMAT 2021 batch. Okay, why are you doing this? Because you want a perfect recall there. So make sure you do that, because in Zoom classes we'll be solving many problems on mixture, and every time we'll be asking ourselves, okay, what is this concept about? Where did we study this in Banya Ki Duniya? Let's apply it. So we'll pick up the concepts and we'll just keep applying. Okay, that's what we'll do in this. And we also have many tricks for mixtures which is not possible to tell in this story, because story is just telling you the concepts, but the tricks again will be shared in the Zoom classes. So make sure you join them as well. Second story that we'll see today is for alligation, and this is called as Cocktail. So this is a story of a restaurant named Cocktail. How does customer come there, and their behavior with respect to buying of different drinks will tell us the concepts of alligation. Let me just tell you what is Cocktail. So this is a short summary on what you study in Cocktail.
This is a story of restaurant named Cocktail. Now you name a drink: whiskey, rum, beer, tequila, and so on. You get the combination of various drinks at Cocktail. Because of this reason, various categories of alcohol connoisseurs are known to visit this restaurant. What is the speciality of this restaurant? The cocktails. And cocktail is nothing but combination of various drinks combined to form one drink. And Cocktail is known to make combination of cocktails. So when the customers come to this restaurant, they question the waiter on the percentage composition of various drinks which are being used to make a cocktail. And what happens after that? If their answer to the composition of drink is correct, if the waiter answers correctly to the composition, they get a tip. So let's enter and simplify this world of cocktail.
So after studying this story, again you need to solve problems, because we have studied all the concepts with respect to allegation covered in the story. There's 3 to 4 examples that we'll take there. We'll cover the concepts, but we'll have again Zoom classes which will help us for a good recall. Okay, so all the concepts that we have studied here will be applied while we solve those problems and will become perfect with our recall. Okay, that's how we'll take this class. So all the best. See both these stories, and then I'll see you in the Zoom class for solving the problems with respect to the concepts we have studied in these 2 stories. Okay, so all the best and have fun learning from these stories.
So today we study mixtures and alligation by the means of Banya Ki Duniya. Now this banya has 2 kinds of rice, one costing rupees 20 per kg and another costing rupees 30 per kg. Now what he wants to do with this? He wants to mix this 2 rice and make an hybrid rice which will be costing rupees 25 per kg. So this is the problem that is given to us. If you can see, 25 is a number which is in between 20 and 30. After giving this, what is being asked to us? There is a question that is being asked to us. And the question is, in what ratio must he mix the 2 kinds of rice so that he can sell the resultant hybrid rice at the price of rupees 25 per kg. So what ratio he should mix 20 kg and 30 kg rice? How will I start? I'll make 2 more circles along with these 3 circles. I'll subtract 25 from 20, which is 5. I'll subtract 30 from 25, which is again 5. So 5 is to 5, which is nothing but 1 is to 1. So the ratio of mixing of 2 rice has to be 1 is to 1. Which means he'll need what? He'll need 1 kg of 20 kg rice and 1 kg of 30 kg rice. Let's see, 1 kg of 20 kg rice will cost him 20, 1 kg of 30 kg rice will cost him 30, total 50 for 2 kg, 1 kg 25. Next problem at Banya Ki Duniya, we take it on sugar. And the problem says 5 kg of superior quality of sugar is mixed with 25 kg of inferior quality sugar. So we mix superior with inferior, 5 kg and 25 kg. The price of superior and inferior quality of sugar is given to us as rupees 18 and rupees 12 respectively. So superior costs rupees 18 and inferior costs rupees 12. And what is being asked? The average price per kg of the mixture is. So if I mix this 2 price sugar in the given ratio of 5 is to 25, which is 1 is to 5, what will be the average price of the mixture? So I'll start drawing by my 5 circles of mixtures as I always do. I'll put them in the X shape and I'll try and fit the numbers which are being given to us. So I have 4 numbers. Where will I put which number is a question? So one circle I'll represent as superior quality, one circle I'll represent as inferior quality. What is given to me? 5 kg. So 5 I'll put it just below superior and 25 I'll put it just below inferior, because that is my ratio of superior and inferior quality sugar that I had taken. Superior quality sugar, the price is given to me as rupees 18 for 1 kg. And inferior quality sugar, the price is given to me as rupees 12 per kg. So I'll put that as it is given to me. Now the average price of the mixture. So what is the mixture? I have the mixture in the ratio of 1 is to 5, 5 is to 25. So I'll take 1 kg of 18 kg superior quality sugar, which will cost me rupees 18, and 5 kg of rupees 12 kg sugar, right, which will be costing 60. 60 plus 18, I am paying 78 for 6 kg. So per kg is rupees 13, and that will be the average price per kg of the mixture. I can solve this by the shortcut of mixtures as well. By what we do, since we know the ratio is 1 is to 5. So what will you add and subtract to get the middle number is a question. Okay, so what will I subtract from 13 and what will I add to 12? If you know the number which is there in between which is nothing but 13, has to be in between 18 and 12, right? And we always do this X shape. So it has to be lesser than 18 and more than 12. What will I subtract from 18 to get this number? I'll subtract 5. Okay, this is what I always do. So 18 minus 5 is nothing but 13. To cross check this, what will I do? What will I add to 12 to get the same number? 12 plus 1 is nothing but 13. Okay, so that's it. This gives me the answer. 18 minus 5 is 13, or 12 plus 1 is 13. Now that is a shortcut to solve the same problem on mixtures. Next problem we take at Banya Ki Duniya is on kerosene. So after your sugar and rice, we move on to problem on kerosene. And what is the problem saying? 16 liter of kerosene is mixed with 5 liters of petrol. So we mix 16 and 5 liters of kerosene and petrol The price of the kerosene is given to me as rupees 12 per liter, and the price of the petrol is given to me as rupees 33 per liter. This is quite similar to your sugar problem. And what is being asked? The average price of the mixture per liter is. So I mix kerosene and petrol, I get a hybrid mixture. What is the average price per liter of this mixture? How will I start? I'll start this by drawing the 5 circles of mixtures as I always do, as I had done it in the previous problem as well. One circle is represented now by kerosene and one circle will be represented by petrol. What is it like I have to do now? I have to put in the 4 numbers that are given to me. In which circle will I put which number so as to get the middle circle? So I'll start with 16 liters of kerosene, which will come below kerosene, and 5 liters of petrol will come below petrol. Cost of kerosene is rupees 12 per liter, so I'll put this in the circle of kerosene. And the cost of petrol is given to me as rupees 33 per liter, so I'll put this in the circle of petrol. Hopefully you should be able to get the answer now. Now I know, first I'll solve this by shortcut. Average price of the mixture. As I know, the mixture will have a price which is in between 33 and 12. Okay, so what will I do? I'll just subtract it. The number has to be what now? More than 12 and less than 33. So how will I go ahead and do this? We had done this in the previous problem. If you can recall, in the sugar problem, this is 12 and this is 33. Number has to be in between 12 and 33, and it has to be more than 12 and less than 33. So what will I add to 12 to get this? I'll add 5. Add 12 and 5, I'll get 17. Rupees 17 per liter will be the cost of the mixture. Or I'll subtract what? I'll subtract from 33 16. Subtract 16 from 33, you'll again get 17, which means what I'm thinking is correct. So the average price of the mixture per liter is rupees 17. If I have to solve this by normal method, what is a normal method? I'll take what? Rupees 12 per liter, I'll take 16 liters of that. Rupees 33 per liter, I'll take 5 liters of that. So 21 liters cost me rupees 12 into 16 plus 33 into 5. That I'll divide by 21 to get rupees 17 per liter as the answer. Okay, but don't follow this method. Go by the shortcut method of adding and subtracting if you get such kind of problem. So the next problem we take at Paniya Ki Duniya is on the concept of mixtures. Now what are we mixing right now? A mixture of wheat is sold at rupees 300 per kg. So now after sugar, rice and kerosene, we move on to wheat. And what has been given to us? For the first time we have a selling price of the mixture. We'll have to convert this to cost price. How is this mixture formed? By mixing 2 quantity of wheat, one costing rupees 210 per kg and another costing rupees 252 per kg. And what is being asked to us? What is the ratio of the price of the cheaper to the costlier quantity in the mixture? So the ratio is being asked, and the profit is 25% being earned. Okay, so this will help us to find out the cost price of the mixture. So how will I start? I'll start this by drawing the 5 circles of mixture and putting them in the X position as I always do. Now I'll fill the numbers which are given to me. So I have 3 numbers. I'll put them accordingly. Rupees 300 per kg is the price of the mixture. I'll put it there. Then rupees 210 per kg is the price of the cheaper quantity of wheat, and rupees 252 per kg is the price of costlier quantity of wheat, which I'll put it in the 2 circles. And the rest 2 circles which are remaining, I'm supposed to find. But 25% of profit is being earned on the cost price. So I need a cost price of the mixture. So what do I know? Whatever is the cost price is that increased by 25%. So 125% of the cost price is nothing but 300. And that will help me find out what is the cost price, because I can compare only the cost price with the cost price. Or I can say one more method. Whatever is the cost price, it has increased by 1/4, which means 25%. So 1 plus 1/4 of x is nothing but 300. So 5/4 of x is nothing but 300. So x comes out to be 5 ones are 5 60s are x is equals to what then? 240, and that turns out to be the cost price of the mixture, which is formed by mixing costlier and cheaper quantity of wheat. Okay, so just write it there. This is nothing but cost price rupees 240 per kg. Okay, now the sums look easier. Now I need the other 2 circles, so I need a ratio. So whatever is a number, as I know, it has to be less than 252 and more than 210. Yes, 250 is that number. Now if you need a ratio, what do? You subtract. So subtract 240 minus 210, which is nothing but 30. Also subtract 252 minus 240, which will come out to be nothing but 12. Okay, so what is the ratio that they are asking? 12 is to 30. If I cut this, what will I get? I'll get 2 6 are 12 and 2 15s are 30. So 6 is to 15 is a ratio. If I have to understand this better, what is the meaning of this? I'll take 6 kg of the cheaper quantity of wheat costing rupees 210 per kg and 15 kg of costlier quantity of wheat costing rupees 252 per kg. I'll mix them such that I'll get a mixture costing rupees 240 per kg. Okay, if you have to put it in numbers, you'll multiply 210 into 6 because you are taking 6 kg of 210 and 252 into 15 because you are taking 15 kg of 252 kg wheat. Okay, divide this by 21. So what do I get? Rupees 240 per kg as my answer. So we start with the next problem at Banya Ki Duniya. This is again on mixtures. Now what are we mixing now? Milk and water. Okay, so we mix milk and water in this. And what is the question telling us? In what ratio should a freely available water be mixed with the milk worth rupees 60 per liter? Okay, so water is free and milk is 60 per liter. So that after selling the mixture at rupees 50 per liter, so again I have a selling price, the profit will be 25%. Okay, so I'll have to again convert this selling price to the cost price because the cost price of the milk and the water can be compared to the cost price of the mixture. So I'll start by drawing my 5 circles of mixture as I always do. I'll put them in the X position. One circle is representing milk and the one circle is representing your water. I'll put whatever the value is given to me. So water is free, so rupees 0, and milk is costing rupees 60 per liter. So I'll put it there. I need to make a mixture which will be costing rupees 50 per liter. But is it 50? No. Okay, because that is a selling price. I need to convert this to the cost price. So let's convert this. So whatever is a cost price, it has increased by what? It has increased by 25% as mentioned in the question. So 125% of the cost price is nothing but 50. Okay, because the cost price plus 25% of cost price is nothing but 50. Or else I can also say let the cost price be x. So 1 plus 1/4 of x. Okay, x plus 25% of x is nothing but 50. So I'll get what? 5/4 of x, which is my cost price, is 50, which is nothing but 5 ones are 5 tens are x is nothing but then 40. Okay, so the cost price of the mixture of milk and water will be nothing but 40. So I'll put my cost price of the mixture as rupees 40 per liter. Okay, now this should click to you. How will you get the ratio right now? What do you get? What do you do to get the ratio? You subtract 60 and 40. Okay, so what will you get from there? 60 and 40. If I subtract, I'll get it as 20. So I'll write it down. Subtract 40 from 0. 40 minus 0 is nothing but 40. So what is the ratio? 40 is to 20, which is nothing but 2 is to 1. Now what is the meaning of this? As we know, you will take 2 liters of milk and you will take 1 liter of free water. Okay, what is the cost of milk? 60 per liter. So for 2 liters I'll have to pay 60 into 2, rupees 120. And for 1 liter of water I'll pay what? 0 into 1 because water is free. And in total in mixture I have 3 liters and 3 liters is for 120 rupees, such that 1 liter is for rupees 40. Let's come to the next section of Banya Ki Duniya and see what is Banya selling in this section. So Banya has 2 types of soya bean with him. In the first type, the percentage of protein content is 80%, and in the second type, the percentage of protein content is 60%. So he has 2 types of soya bean. First has 80% and second has 60% protein content. What is he doing? If he mixes 28 grams of first type to 32 grams of second type, he is forming a mixture out of it. Then the percentage of protein in the mixture formed is. Okay, so again this is a problem on mixture. How do we always start? We start by drawing our 5 circles of mixture and representing them in the X format. Okay, so I'll draw my 5 circles, I'll represent them in the X format, and I'll try and fill in the numbers and see what number can I find. So one circle is representing type 1, one more circle is representing my type 2. So type 1 of soya bean and type 2 of soya bean. What is given to me? Type 1 has 80% protein content, so I'll write there 80% in type 1, and type 2 has 60% protein content, so I'll write a 60% there. He's mixing 28 gram of type 1 and 32 gram of type 2, so 28 and 32 will come here. 28 and 32 is nothing but the ratio of 7 is to 8, which means for every 7 grams of type 1 he takes 8 grams of type 2. So how will I solve this? We are already aware of this, so I'll multiply 7 into 80 plus 8 into 60, okay, divided by what? Total, which is 7 plus 8, 15 grams, such that per gram will have how much percentage of protein. So this is 560 plus 480 divided by 15. So I'll get as 1040 divided by 15, which is nothing but 15 6 are 90. I'm left with 14 140. 15 9s are 135. 5 by 15 1 by 3.33. Okay, 69.33 will be the percentage of protein in the mixture. Now there is a different way to think of this as well. Now think in a logical way. I am taking 7 grams of protein. What is 80% of 7? 0.80 into 7, which is nothing but 5.60. And 60% of 8 grams is 0.60 into 8. So 4.80 is a protein in the type 2, and 5.60 gram is a protein in the type 1. So total in 15 grams I have 10.40 grams of protein. Okay, total in the 15 grams I have 10.40. 10.40 is what percent of 15, which is nothing but 69.33, and that is the answer of mixture. Start with a new problem at Banya Ki Duniya. So what is Banya selling now? Banya sold 30% of jawar at the profit of 50% and 90% of bajra at the profit of 10%. So he's selling 30% and 90% of jawar and bajra at the profit of 15 and 10% respectively. What is the question? The average profit percent of Banya is if he sells only these two commodities. So if he is selling only these two commodities, what is the average profit percentage? So I'll start by the general drawing of mixture by drawing my 5 circles, representing them in the X position. Now one circle will be representing jawar and one circle will be representing my bajra. What is given to me? Profit percent is asked to me, and the profit is given to me. On jawar he is getting 50% profit, so I'll write it there. On bajra he is getting 10% profit, so I'll write it there because the average profit will then come in the middle. But how much of jawar is he using? Only 30% of what he has. And how much of bajra is he using? Only 90% of what bajra he has. So the ratio is 30:90, 1:3. It means what? For every 1 kg of jawar he is using 3 kg of bajra. Okay, so how is to get the solution? 50 into 1 plus 10 into 3 divided by 3 plus 1, that is 4. Okay, that's how you solve it. So 50 plus 30 divided by 4, that is nothing but 80 divided by 4. So the answer is 20. That's it. So the average profit percent if he is selling only these two commodities, 20%. Now there is one more way to think on this problem. Now let's imagine he is selling 1 kg of jawar and on that he is getting 50% profit. What is 50% of 1 kg? That is nothing but 0.5 kg. So for selling every 1 kg he is getting 0.5 kg as a profit. For selling every 3 kg of bajra he is getting 10% profit. What is 10% of 3 kg? 0.3 kg. So by selling a total of 4 kg, which is jawar and bajra, he is getting a profit of 0.8 kg. Okay, now 0.8 is what percent of 4? That is the profit that he is getting by selling jawar and bajra in this ratio and in this proportion of profit. So 8 by 40 is nothing but 1 by 5. 1 by 5 is nothing but 20%. Again, he is getting the same answer. Welcome to the new section of Banya Ki Duniya. Now what is Banya selling now? Banya mixed 50 kg of refined oil with vegetable oil worth rupees 70 per kg. So one we have quantity and the other we have price. Thus he gains rupees 30 after selling the mixture of the two oils. So he made a mixture and he gains rupees 30. The price of the refined oil is, okay, this looks like an incomplete question. Let's go ahead to solve this. So first I'll draw my 5 circles of mixture. I'll represent them in X position and let's fill whatever is given to us. One circle representing vegetable oil, one circle representing my refined oil. What is given to me? 50 kg of refined oil. So I have a quantity which will come at the bottom. Mixed with the vegetable oil, rupees 70 per kg. So I have a price of vegetable oil. What else? Do I know the cost price of the mixture? No. Okay, I know he gains 30, but what is the selling price? I don't know. What is the cost price? I don't know. Okay, so that is the first parameter that I can see it here. How much of vegetable oil? Okay, I don't even know the quantity of vegetable oils vis-a-vis your refined oil, so I cannot get the even ratio here as well. So what all I do know? I don't know the middle circle here. I don't know the lowermost left circle here as well. So how do I know what is the right circle of refined oil? Okay, and that is where the answer for this question comes out to be cannot be determined. No matter how much you try, you cannot get the answer to this question. Start with the next section of Banya Ki Duniya. Now what is Banya selling in this section? The question says the ratio of water and milk in two different types of curd is 2:3 and 4:5. Okay, so now we have a ratio of water and milk in two types of curd. In what ratio we are required to mix the mixtures of two curds, okay, in order to get the new mixture in which the ratio of milk and water will be 7:5. So for the first time we are given a ratio and we are being asked a ratio. Okay, so I'll start with my generic approach. I'll draw my 5 circles of mixture. I'll put them in the X position. I'll represent one circle by type 1 curd and I'll represent the other circle by type 2 curd. Now let's see what is given to us. We are being told that the ratio of water and milk in the curd 1 is 2:3 and 4:5 and the mixture has 7:5. So I'll start by comparing milk here. What is the proportion of milk in curd 1? 3/5. Okay, because 3 plus 2 is 5 and 5 part if I divide my curd 1 into 3 part will be my milk. Okay, and that's how I write curd 1. In curd 2 what do I have? If I divide it into 9 parts, 5 part of it will be what? Milk. Okay, I'm just comparing milk in curd 1 and curd 2. Similarly, what will I do now? If I make the mixture out of this, total will be what? I'll divide it into 12 parts, which is 5 plus 7, and 7 part of it will be my milk. Okay, so I'm taking milk in curd 1, milk in curd 2 and milk in the mixture. Okay, if you're still confused about this is quite simple. This is just for your visualization. Say I have 50 grams of curd 1. Okay, divided it in 5 parts. If I divide it in 5 parts, each part will be 10 and take 3 part of that. Okay, take 3 part of that. If you can imagine, this is nothing but now 3/5. Okay, 3/5 of the total. What will be that? 3 into 10, that is nothing but 30. So 30 grams of it will be what now? That will be my milk in this. Okay, similarly if you say this is 5:9, so if I say this is 90 grams, so 90 into 5 by 9, 9 ones are 9 tens are 10 into 5, 50 grams of this will be my milk here. Okay, so that's how I'm taking now what? I'm taking the ratio part out of it. Okay, why am I taking the ratio? Because the ratio is given to me and the answer is also being asked in terms of ratio. Okay, so that's how I make this plot, get ready, and now I go ahead with the question. Now what else can I do with this? But now the only problem here that I have is ratio are different. One I have a denominator of 5, one a denominator of 9 and one a denominator of 12. So what will I do? To make the calculation easier, I'll make all the 3 denominator as same. Okay, because then when I subtract, the subtraction will be easier. So how will I make them same? I'll take the LCM of 5, 9 and 12. Okay, so what is an LCM of 5, 9 and 12? We'll go ahead and solve this by traditional method which we have learned in numbers. So 2, 6 are 12, 3, 3s are 9, 3 2s are 6, 5 remains here. Then I start with 5, 5 1s are 5, 3 and 2 remains here, 3 1s are 3, then 2 1s are 2. I'll solve till I get 1 1 1, then multiply all of them. 2 into 3 into 5 into 3 into 2. 2 into 3 6, 6 into 5 30, 30 into 3 is 90, 90 into 2 is 180. So my LCM is 180. Now I'll make all the 3 denominators as what now? 180. So what will I multiply 5 to get 180? Divide 180 by 5, I get it 36. So if I multiply 5 by 36, I'll get at 180. Similarly, I'll multiply the numerator by 36 as well to keep the effect same. So this curd 1 ratio turns out to be 108 by 180. If I need to make this denominator 180, multiply 9 by 20. So will I multiply 5 by 20. So the numerator becomes 100 and the denominator becomes 180. That's what I wanted to achieve. Similarly, if I want to make the mixture to be denominator as 180, divide 180 by 12. The quotient is 15. So if I multiply this by 15, I'll get it as 180. I'll multiply 7 by 15 as well. So 7 into 15 is 105 divided by 180. That's it. That's what I wanted. Okay, the denominator to be same. Now how do I get this? As we know, in mixture we subtract the 2 to get the ratio. So what will I subtract? I'll subtract 108 from 105 divided by 180 because they have a common denominator. So I have 3 by 180 as one ratio. Similarly, I'll subtract what? 100 by 180 from 105. Okay, and that's the process of mixture we have followed till now. So let's subtract. This 105 minus 100 divided by 180, so the answer comes out to be 5 by 180. So that's my ratio, 5 by 180 upon what? 3 by 180. If I solve this, 180 gets cancelled, 5 is to 3. What is the meaning of this? If I take 5 grams of curd 1 and if I take 3 grams of curd 2, I'll get the required answer for milk and water. Let's take the next problem at Bania Ki Duniya. So what is Bania selling in this section? Bania sells 2 types of tea, vis-a-vis Indian tea and Bangladeshi tea. He sells Indian tea at rupees 18 per kg and incurs a loss of 10%. Whereas on selling the Bangladeshi tea at rupees 30 per kg, he gains 20%. Okay, so in both the cases I don't have a cost price. I'll have to find the cost price in both the cases. In what proportion should the Indian tea and the Bangladeshi tea be mixed such that he can gain a profit of 25% by selling the mixture at rupees 27.5 per kg? Okay, so again, in all the 3 cases, the mixture as well as the Bangladeshi and the Indian tea, I don't have a cost price. Okay, first I'll have to find the cost price for all of them, then I can solve the problem. So let's start with our generic approach of drawing our 5 circles, representing them in X format. One circle would be representing Indian tea and another circle will be representing Bangladeshi tea. Now what is given to me? Indian tea is costing rupees 18 per kg. So I write it in the section of Indian tea, but it is at a loss of 10%. I need a cost price. Okay, and what is the loss? 10%. So 90% of cost price is nothing but 18. Okay, because 18 is my selling price. So what is the cost price? So I'll just cut this. So 9 ones are 9 twos are 10 into 2 will be equal to 20. Okay, so the cost price of the Indian tea is nothing but rupees 20 per kg. This gives me my first circle. Bangladeshi tea is costing is rupees 30 per kg, but this is again what? Selling price by gaining at 20%, which means what? 120% of cost price is nothing but 30. Okay, so again if I go and cut this, I'll get 31s are 34s are 120 and 4 1s are and 425s are, or you can say 5 into 5 will be what? Then 25. So the cost price of the Bangladeshi tea is nothing but rupees 25 per kg. Okay, so I get this as well. Now the mixture is sold at rupees 27.5 per kg. This is by the profit of 25%. So what do you mean by this? 125% of the cost price is nothing but 27.5. Okay, if I cut this, 5 5s are 5, 4s are 5 1s are 5.5. 5.5 into 4 will be nothing but 22. Okay, and that is the cost price of the mixture. So I have cost price of all 3: Indian tea, Bangladeshi tea and the mixture. That's it. Now all of my problem is solved. If I need, what will I do with the rule of mixture? 22 minus 20, which is nothing but 2 here. That's how I get the right hand side. Similarly, 25 minus 22 will be what? 3, right? And that's what my ratio will be now. 3 is to 2, and I get the answer to this question. This is a story of restaurant named Cocktail. Now you name a drink: whiskey, rum, beer, tequila, and so on. You get the combination of various drinks at Cocktail. Because of this reason, various categories of alcohol connoisseurs are known to visit this restaurant. What is the speciality of this restaurant? The cocktails. And cocktail is nothing but combination of various drinks combined to form one drink. And Cocktail is known to make combination of cocktails. So when the customers come to this restaurant, they question the waiter on the percentage composition of various drinks which are being used to make a cocktail. And what happens after that? If their answer to the composition of drink is correct, if the waiter answers correctly to the composition, they get a tip. So let's enter and simplify this world of Cocktail. And the first customer to visit Cocktail is Ritika. Now what did Ritika order for? Ritika ordered for 30 ml Sula red wine. She wants to make a cocktail out of it, so she drew out 6 ml of the Sula wine and replaced it with 6 ml of whiskey. So she's mixing wine with whiskey. What did she do after that? She repeated this process for second and then for the third time, which means second and the third time she took out 6 ml of the mixture and replaced it with 6 ml of whiskey. And then she asked the waiter the number of milliliters of wine left in the glass after the third operation. Now if the waiter gets the answer, he gets the tip. Help him get the tip. So let's analyze this one thing at a time. What was the position at the start? At the start in the glass, what is the quantity of wine? 30 ml of wine was there in the glass. And what is the composition of whiskey? 0 ml. Because the waiter just served the wine to Ritika. What happened in the first operation? In the first operation, Ritika took out 6 ml of this wine and replaced it with 6 ml of whiskey. So 6 ml of wine is subtracted from 30. Now I have 24 ml of wine and 6 ml of whiskey. Okay, that is happening in the first operation, quite easy. But this is a task. What is happening in the second operation? In the second operation, Ritika takes out 6 ml of the mixture. Now she's not taking out wine, she's taking out 6 ml of the mixture. Now what is the problem? This 6 ml which is being taken out contains both wine and the whiskey. So what is the split up? Is it 3 ml wine, 3 ml whiskey, 4 ml wine, 2 ml whiskey? What is the split up that we need to find out? Okay, and that is where the problem becomes tedious. We need to find the proportion of wine and the whiskey that came out in the second operation. But here lies a logic. The logic with which wine and the whiskey came out will be dependent upon the composition of the wine and the whiskey, the proportion of the wine and the whiskey which was there in the previous operation. Okay, so what was the proportion of wine and whiskey in the earlier operation? It was 24:6. 24 ml of wine and 6 ml of whiskey. So the ratio of 4:1. It means that the 6 ml that came out, I'll divide it into 5 parts. 4 part of that I'll take out, which is nothing but 4 part of it is 4.8, which means 4.8 ml of wine came out when I took out 6 ml of the mixture. If 4.8 ml is wine, then 1.2 ml has to be whiskey. So what is the wine that is left now? Earlier it was 24 ml. Now I taken out 4.8 ml of wine, and earlier the whiskey was 6 ml. Now I taken out 1.2 from that. So what is left? 4.8. Okay, and that's the thing that I am getting it from this. But remember, I had also added 6 ml of whiskey to it. Now, so the total whiskey is 6 plus 4.8, which is nothing but 10.8, and the wine will be just subtracted. So whiskey is subtracted and added, wine is just subtracted. Okay, so if I take out 4.8 from 24 ml, and I will be getting my 19.2 ml of wine. Now what is happening in the third operation? You can guess possibly now what will be happening. 6 ml of the mixture is being taken out, but as I know, the 6 ml will be containing wine and the whiskey. All I need to know right now is what is the proportion of wine and the whiskey that will be taken out, but it will be dependent upon what? The composition or the proportion of the wine and the whiskey in the previous operation. Okay, so what is the proportion of wine and whiskey? 19.2 is to 10.8. Okay, so ratio was 192 upon 108. If I cut this, 12 ones are 12, 6 are 72, 12 nines are 108, 16 is to 9, which is nothing but 25 parts. I'll divide my 6 ml into, and I'll take the 16 part of it because I need to know what is a wine. Okay, if I do this, 16, 6, 96 by 25, which is nothing but 3.84, which means 3.84 ml of wine will be taken out in the second operation. So wine I have to only subtract. So 19.2 ml of wine was there. If I take out 3.84, that is the wine that will be left. Okay, and obviously the rest part of it, 2.16 ml of whiskey will be taken out. So I'll subtract 2.16 and I'll add 6 ml because whiskey is also added. But my question is, what is the wine that is left? So wine left is 15.36 ml. Okay, and that gives me the answer to this question. So if the waiter says this, he gets the tip. But is there a shortcut to solve this problem? Okay, this looks good at understanding. So let's solve this by shortcut. Earlier I had 30 ml of wine. What is being taken out? I had take out 6 ml of wine. 6 is what percent of 30? 20%. So every time I take out 20%, 80% is left. So what is 80% of 30? 80% of 30 is nothing but 24 years. So after first operation, 80% of 30, 24 ml of wine is left. In the second operation, 80% of the previous will be left. Okay, so what is the 80% of the previous 24? 80% is nothing but 19.2. Okay, and that is what is the wine which will be left after second operation. Third operation, multiplied by one more, 4 by 5. Okay, what is 80% of 19.2? 15.36, and that's how I'll get the answer to the question. Okay, so what is the logic here? Every time you take out 20%, 80% of the previous composition will always be left. Okay, and that is giving me the answer. If she does the operation for one more time, that is fourth time, what will you do? You will multiply by one more, 4 by 5, and get the answer for the fourth operation. And that's how easy it is.
Well, now this is a story of Andrew. Let's see what do we learn from this story. So Andrew asked for 20 ml cocktail of vodka and wine. So he's not taking any pure alcohol now. He has a mixture of vodka and wine in the ratio of 4:1. So divide 20 ml in the ratio of 4:1. You know how much of vodka, how much of wine is there in the drink that he called for. Then first he took out 4 ml of the cocktail and replaced it with wine. So 4 ml of 20 ml of the cocktail is being taken out and it is being replaced with pure wine. Next he took out 5 ml of the resultant solution that was remaining and replaced it with wine. Then he removed 10 ml of the resultant solution that was remaining and he replaced it with wine. So unlike the Ritika case, he is taking out different ml of the mixture every time. 4 ml, 5 ml and then 10 ml. Okay, so what is actually happening now? What was there at the start? At the start he had vodka and wine. What is the total mixture? 20 ml. The ratio of vodka is to wine was 4:1. So if I just divide 20 by 5, 4 part of that, 4 4s are 16 ml would be vodka and 4 ml would be wine. That is quite clear as soon as we see this problem. Now I understand that in all operations wine is being added and vodka is being removed. So I will just find out the remaining vodka because it will be easier for me to do it in that way. So what was the vodka at the start? What is the vodka remaining at the end? And total minus vodka will give me the wine. So I have to just think of the vodka's point of view here now. Okay, so how much of vodka was there at the start? I can see that 20 ml was the total drink and 4/5 of that was vodka. So 80% of the earlier 16 ml. This is what was the vodka at the initial part. What happened at the first? 4 ml was removed. 4 of 20 means 1/5. 1/5 means 80% is remaining. 20% is what you removed. So if you remove 20% of vodka, 80% is remaining. Then you take out 5 ml. 5 of 20 is 1/4. If 1/4 is taken out, 3/4 is remaining, which means 75% of the earlier. So 80% then 75%. Then you take out 10. 10 of 20, which means you take out 50% of the vodka. So remaining 50% would be there. Which means what? This is the third operation. So 80%, 75% and 50% of the first is the vodka that will be remaining. So out of initial 16, what is the actual quantity of vodka remaining after all the operations? 4.8 ml. So what did I understand from this? Out of 20 ml, 4.8 was vodka. Remaining will be what? Wine that you kept on adding every time. So 15.2 ml was the quantity of wine in the solution. That solves my problem. All that I am looking here is what is the percentage of vodka that is remaining even at the end. So what was there at the start? 80% of that is remaining. Then 75% of the previous one. Then 50% of the previous one. So what is actually the vodka remaining after I take out all the vodkas? So that is 4.8 ml, which means that the remaining one is nothing but your wine. Okay, that's how you deal with this case. Earlier there was one quantity only that was taken out, but even if you take out different quantity, all that you have to check is in terms of percentage, what percentage of the earlier quantity is remaining. So what is actually remaining here? Okay, never look out for something that is being added. That will confuse you because then you will have to do with many operations. Okay, so that's how you deal with such kind of problem. So after Andrew, we come on to the story of Shrushti. Now let's see what will we learn from this. So Shrushti ordered a glass full of wine. So now we don't have a cocktail, we have a glass full of wine. She drew out 20% of the wine from the glass and replaced it with vodka. Whatever, so 80% of the wine is remaining right now. She repeated the process 4 times. So every time she's taking out 20% of the earlier wine and 80% is remaining. And in the end, she found out that 512 ml of the wine was left in the glass after she did the process for the 4th time. The rest part of the glass was obviously vodka because she kept on adding vodka. The question asks me what is the initial amount of wine in the glass. Okay, so how will I start with this? So this is a different way in which the question is being asked. It's the same logic. Initially, what was the wine? Let that be equal to X. And 80% is left because she removed 20%. So I'm saying let initial wine be X. 80% of that is remaining because 20% is being taken out. This is happening in operation first when she did it for the first time. She did it for 4 times. So every time 80% of the previous wine is remaining. So 80% of the previous second, 80% of the previous third, and 80% of the previous, that will be the 4th operation, and that will be the wine that will be remaining after the 4th operation. And that is being given to me as what? 512 ml. So now I can easily know what is the value of X, because initial was X, 80% of the previous remaining, and eventually I have 512 ml. So from this I get the value of X. X is equals to 512 upon 4444 into 5555. This is 8 cube 512. Just cut it. 4 ones are 4 twos are 4 ones are 2s are 1s are 2s are 2 to 4. This is what you get. 25 square 625 into 2 1250. That is the initial amount of wine in the glass. And if you take out 80% of that for 4 times, you will be left with 512 ml after the 4th operation. So that gives me the answer. Now what is the difference between this problem and the earlier problem? Earlier problem gave initial amount. This problem asked initial amount by giving the final amount. But the concept still remains same.